Lopera's follow-up attack will grant her allies a portion of her own C damage as a C damage buff. And here I have a total of 209% is C damage on her. So P0 Lopera should give her allies about 20% is C damage. But let's compare it against 25% C damage buff from Lorelei.
Fresh from the crucible. Is the sea breeze screaming? La la.
Based on the test result, for a 5% C damage difference, it is actually pretty huge. Now, what if we add a C damage buff to Lopera? Would that then increase the overall C damage buff she gives?
The true answer is always simple. La la. Is the sea breeze screaming? From a single touch of the river.
The test result says yes, so you have to wait for her to refresh the C damage buff first. And yeah, the C damage buff that you can get from psychube also affects it. Now, Lopera's ultimate will deploy an array that will give your allies a whopping 40% crit at P0. And if they trigger a bullet when this array is active, then their excess crit will be converted into a C damage for that attack. So if your DPS doesn't have an excess crit when the array is active, then there is no extra C damage for them.
Wait for the pop!
But bro, what if we add a crit buff or crit debuff to the enemy? Would that help? We can always test.
Scream. Wait for the pop! Wait for the pop!
Based on the test result, either crit buff or debuff definitely works in helping with the excess crit mechanic. And this is why to me her P1 is the sweet spot for the extra 10% crit. Now, thanks to the test results, we know that Lopera would love to be paired with an all-in-one buffer like Mercuria, or any crit buffer or crit debuffer like Tooth Fairy, etc. To me, Lopera is the allies white version of Villa, missing the enhanced additional damage buff. I'm not joking when I say this, but Lopera is the best single target burst healer that you can have right now, mainly because the missing HP percent multiplier from her Insight one is just too high. On top of that, the Moxie Charge effect will allow her to have an uptime ultimate, meaning an uptime crit buff. Her only downside is, since you want her resonance build to be focused on the crit and C damage, that is including the attack and C damage pattern, meaning she will be squishy. The HP percent that you can get from her own psychube can help with this issue, but say if you don't have the resources to build another psychube, then alternatively, you can use Geo psychube.